I guess I missed a turnoff, and I don't... Wow.
And if this is going online, I want everybody to hear this.
With time, we've learned it's wise to give ourselves a long pause between summer and fall adventures. Wrapping up summer travel a bit early lets us enjoy cooler coastal air at home, steer clear of the seasonal crowds, and perhaps most importantly, sidestep the wildfires that so often erupt in late summer. But every traveler knows, no matter how carefully you plan, some things will always be beyond your control. We have departed days early for the one commitment we made, which is to dog sit for our son in Lake Tahoe, attend the Adventure Van Expo, and then figure out where this season's travels will take us. We just can't decide. This is one of the places that Steve at Sidetrack Adventures did not stop on his 395 trip. And it's definitely worth a stop, the fish hatchery, Mount Whitney Fish Hatchery, although it's not what it used to be. It used to be a real fish hatchery. The Mount Whitney Fish Hatchery has been part of the Owens Valley story for more than a century. Built in 1916 from locally quarried granite, it was designed to look like a Swiss chalet. For decades, its cold, pure spring water made it ideal for raising golden trout, the state fish. A massive debris flow in 2008 buried much of the property in mud and rock, and a wildfire in 2017 burned across the hills above it. The damage eventually led to its closure as an active hatchery. It is such a great building. Local residents rose to the occasion and rallied to save the historic building, forming a nonprofit, raising funds, hosting events, and turning the property into an educational and community space. In 1915, it was the world's largest fish hatchery.
On time and on budget.
Oh. $60,000. The nice lady in the gift shop said that they have turned this fish hatchery over to the Paiute Nation, which is right next door. There's a casino, they sell pot and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I hope they make some improvements to the grounds. It is super smoky here from fires across the ridge. From a distance, wildfires are just numbers. Acreage burned, containment percentages, satellite images. But when you know a place, when you've walked its trails and camped beneath its trees, fire becomes personal. On August 24th, lightning ignited what would become one of the defining wildfires of the 2025 season. The Garnet Fire, named for the nearby Garnet Dike, a historic tungsten and bismuth mine in Fresno County. The landscape is steep and unforgiving, choked with deadfall and beetle-killed timber. Within days, the fire exploded from a few thousand acres to tens of thousands. But what made this fire different was where it was headed, straight toward the McKinley Grove, a small, precious stand of ancient giant sequoias, some older than the Roman Empire. They've survived centuries of storms, lightning, and low-intensity burns, but today's fires move hotter, faster, and with devastating force. Fire crews wrapped protective material around massive trunks, set up sprinklers at their bases, and even climbed into the crowns to catch falling embers before they could ignite. Smoke poured over Sierra communities and drifted across the range, dimming skies and affecting air quality all the way down the Owens Valley. Then the weather shifted, humidity rose, and by early October, the fire was nearly contained after burning almost 60,000 acres of forest. And thanks to the extraordinary skill and determination of wildland firefighters, McKinley Grove was saved. But I want to take a moment to recognize the hotshot crews, the ones who work where engines and hose lines can't go. They hike for miles carrying 40 to 50-pound packs loaded with chainsaws and hand tools, often in blistering heat. They sleep wherever they can, then get up and do it all again the next day. They're called in when the stakes are highest, and yet they're paid shockingly little. Many earn barely above minimum wage, and because they're classified as seasonal, many lose their benefits and income the moment the fire season ends. I just thought it was important to acknowledge their sacrifices as we head into another adventure, celebrating the rugged, irreplaceable public lands that make this country so remarkable. Probably can't see it, but there is a layer of ash on our bed. Probably see it better on his phone. Yuck. That's what we're breathing. Look at the moon. It's a full moon in the smoke. You can hear the crickets. And we just got finished watching Kara and Nate's experience up in Alaska. Oh my God, that was incredible. It's not bears, it's just a moon, but still pretty. So, we're the blue dot. Yesterday, the wind was carrying it this direction, and now it's switched and it's going up this way. So better for us, because I couldn't take another day of that smoke. God, it was awful last night. I almost wanted to get up and drive away, leave you back here sleeping. So anyway, this is on X if anybody's wondering, and these are the options you have. So turn on active wildfires. This is wildfire smoke. So that's the smoke, and you can turn on air quality index. It's a much bigger area. I don't know. We might want to just book it all the way up to like north of Tahoe, because there's a whole area up here we've not explored before. But if you know the name of your fire, so if I type the Garnet Fire in here, this time it came up. I don't know why I didn't do it last time. So right there you can see the fire, and click on it, and there you go. And you can see the smoke right there. Okay, estimated fire area updated 34 minutes ago. And if you go to an app called Air Quality Now, it'll tell you how unhealthy it is. This is 206, but we were camping somewhere a few years ago. It was 500 and something. I don't know if we camped there. I think we kept going. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I wonder what it was last night. It was so bad. See all that crap? And it's not dandruff.
Just don't point that at me.
No, that's just gross. We breathe that all night long. Decided we had to get out of this area. We're in the thick of the smoke, and I don't think I could handle another night. My eyes are still burning. So we're going to try to get, it goes all the way up to the Nevada border, so we'll get across the border and then we'll decide what we're going to do. This is infinitely better than Mammoth. Got up to Walker River, and now the skies are much clearer, so we're going to stay at Chris Flat Campground. They've closed off this end of the campground. But we are in, I think, site number 5. I see why they closed it off. They had some flooding here. Wow. You know what? I remember when it happened too, because it was several years ago we drove by, and well, actually we stayed here and it was flooded. Wow, that was quite a gully washer. Yeah, this campsite Got work. Look at that. Wow. Has moved into the area, so we are getting out of Dodge. I hope it doesn't follow us all the way up to Tahoe. John opened the door and it got a blast of smoke. This is nasty. Blood red sun. Here's the van. We're at Crystal Springs off of State Route 88. Is that a state road or is it a county? And there's the best part right there. Blue sky. 2412. Crystal Springs. Okay. We're up in the Sierras and we've just had a shower, we've eaten. And I think we're going to go just maybe a mile that way to get some cell service. And then we're going to head back up to Hope Valley where we'll spend the night. But tomorrow we're going to go to Virginia City.
Yay.
We're going to spend the whole day there. Temperature should be perfect. We're going to do a mine tour. We're going to do maybe the train ride. We're going to do some museums. And then next week we're going to be dog sitting and then doing the van expo. I want to show you one thing. I finally got hung. So I finally got this hung. John came in yesterday. I don't know where he was, walking around. And he said, "Where'd you get that?" Anyway, we made this in Colorado. You will have already seen that in a previous video. But I finally got it hung and I decided to put it on magnets. I decided that would probably be the easiest way. So just sits there on magnets. I was worried it would come off as we drove, but so far so good. Too late. Okay, and then before we left though, John had to tell him what you did to your knee. He's had a bad knee for a while.
I had a cortisone injection. That's kind of exciting.
Why?
They take an ultrasound.
We don't need the gory details.
They actually show the needle going
No. Don't go there. That's gross. Anyway, he's supposed to take it easy for a week or so.
Yeah.
And that's why we haven't been doing much. Mostly I've been editing and just hanging out in the woods. So hopefully after that, he'll be back on the hiking trail and the bikes, because we did bring the bikes. And I want to give him an update on your AFib.
Changed medications to amiodarone, I think it's called. That's helped a little bit. Still have an event here or there. Have a teleconference in a couple of days with the cardiologist, so we'll update it there. But
it was kind of rugged couple of weeks right after his procedure. Had to go back to the hospital once, where he spent the night again. So hopefully it'll get less and less. And
I'm going to chart it today because the teleconference is on Thursday.
Nice dispersed spot, and there's even a vault toilet up there. Okay, I'm off on a solo hike. John's still, babying his knee, and so I'm going to see if I can get up to Scott's Lake. It's not very far, but I think it's 900 feet of elevation gain. So we'll see how this goes. I also want to see if our van could make it up here. We rode our bikes to Scott's Lake a couple of years ago with our son and grandson, and it was a cool little ride. We didn't come up this dirt road, but we were on a single track. It was a great ride. Love to do that again. Coming to a nice aspen grove, and as you can see, they're not close yet. I mean, there are a few leaves that have given up the ghost, but it's mostly still green. There's one yellow leaf. I don't think we have more than a quarter mile to go. This is cool. We're coming up to a stream. I better make sure I'm going the right way. Glad I checked my map. I guess I missed a turnoff, and I don't remember seeing it, but I'm going to take a few steps back, because that would have taken me way far away. You can see where we are. Come down here, go up here, and there's Scotts Lake. I shouldn't have crossed the water. I guess this side road, I don't know why I didn't see it. Oh, I see why. Because they had a flood here, and this must have been the old route. Let me see if I can follow it. I know that it's on this side of the road, this side of the stream. I'm not sure where it'll pick up, but I'm going to keep hiking through the forest. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe if I go up, I'll find the real road. I think I'll just keep going up. I think Onyx needs to remove this track from their map. And I know the stream comes out of Scotts Lake. So eventually, if I follow the stream, I should get there. And I still have cell service. So John can reach me if he needs to, and he can track me. I just don't want to have to bushwhack through those shrubs. So carry on. You know the Forest Service has been here. They got some burn piles. Oh, I'm thinking there's a road right up here somewhere. I just took a screenshot of the map where I am, and I think I'm on the old trail, the old four-wheel drive trail. This is what took out that old road. Look at that. Look at that. Man, that was a gully washer. Took down all these trees. I'm glad I came on this side of it. Okay, now we gotta find the road. The real road. I think I see it now. We're right over there. Wow. Yeah, that's it right there. You can see the blue dot on that tree. Okay, back on track. And I don't know how much farther, but I don't think it's too much. I needed a little adventure today anyway. Back on the trail. We are here. Oh, the water level is pretty low. This is cool. We've got an earthen dam here to say no driving on dam, keep off. Huh. Great little camping spot. .53 miles. It's a cold wind. Put all my clothes on, eat my snack, and then head back to the car. I'm guessing it's only a mile and a half back. I don't know. We'll see how far out of the way I went. Look what I found. I love it. Oregon. Huh. Hi. Nope. Oh, what that could be. I don't know where they could go with that thing. And
Wow. How about that?
yeah, 5 miles round trip. Did you track me at all?
No.
Not even once?
Nope. I didn't think there was any cell service up there.
Oh yeah, I had full, just like here.
Oh.
And I'm glad you didn't track me.
What's that?
I'll tell you why. Somehow, how did I miss the road? Walked back a bit and I went, oh, this is interesting. There's a bunch of rocks piled here. I'm thinking that are you filming me? I think I should contact Onyx and say, you need to take this off your map. One could easily spend 2 days exploring Virginia City, taking in all of its history and attractions. We crammed in as much as we could in one day and hope this brief tour whets your appetite for one of America's most famous historic mining towns.
Parking. Let's do this.
Okay. We have arrived. We chose the $10 parking lot. A bucket of blood. We just parked here, and this lady comes out, and I think I'm getting in trouble. and she said, "Are you YouTubers?" And I'm going, "Oh, now we're really in trouble." Anyway, this is Mary, and she works at the Bucket of Blood. Yep. This is great. Where are you from?
Originally California, in
okay.
Washington, and here. I've been here since 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you worked at the train.
I did.
And we got a train schedule from her.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I'm so glad you came out. I can't believe you recognized us.
Yep, I did.
We're gonna sneak in the back door with Mary. Looks like a bank. Is that a bank? No. No, it's like a fire truck, a fire station. Yeah.
Then up there, one of the presidents came and he spoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole townspeople are
I wonder
gathered.
who that is.
I can't remember who it was.
Neil. Oh, I didn't know that. Perched on the steep slopes of Nevada's Comstock Lode, Virginia City rose from a rugged mining camp into one of the richest and most influential boomtowns in the American West. Its astonishing silver strike of 1859 didn't just build fortunes here. It rippled across the globe, shifting world monetary markets and reshaping the U.S. economy. Presidents and dignitaries traveled great distances to witness this place of wealth and innovation, while everyday life unfolded in remarkable spaces like the elegant Fourth Ward School, the last of its type left in the U.S. And among its famous residents was a young Samuel Clemens, better known to the world as Mark Twain, who sharpened his wit in the bustling newspaper offices on C Street. Today, a visit to Virginia City is a step back into an era of immense migration, rapid development, and social and political upheaval. We're off to a great start. So they said that, Mary said that Ulysses S. Grant came here and gave a speech or something. And Richard Nixon landed here in a helicopter when he was campaigning one year. And of course, I had to mention that I went to high school with his nephew, who had the same name. It's a nice time to come here because there aren't any crowds right now. Mary also said there's a gunfight at, I don't know, around noon or something. We'll have to find out. And we want to get back for that. So first we're going to go to the museum down here. First coffee of the day. That's amazing. Underground model represents 250 miles of underground workings of the 800 total on the Comstock Lode. Wow. At its peak, Virginia City was bursting with miners, money, and nonstop action. And nowhere was that more obvious than on C Street. More than 100 saloons packed the boardwalks, from elegant bars serving fine whiskey to rowdy joints where miners blew off steam after long shifts underground. Just a block or two away, the red light district thrived with dozens of brothels, everything from cheap cribs to upscale parlor houses. The name of the newspaper that he worked for? Territorial Enterprise. It was Nevada's first newspaper. A must-see attraction in Virginia City, the Fourth Ward School is one of the finest surviving examples of Victorian-era education in the West. Built in 1876 at an impressive cost of nearly $30,000, it was designed to serve a booming mining community and once enrolled more than 1,000 students from first grade through high school. Enrollment of 1,000 and 60 kids in each classroom. After the Comstock declined and the population thinned, the school eventually closed and fell into disrepair. By the mid-20th century, demolition seemed inevitable, but a determined group of locals recognized its historic value and rallied to save it, launching preservation efforts that transformed the old school into a remarkable museum. The youngest kids were down in the first floor and the oldest on the fourth. And the gymnasium, I guess, is on the third or fourth floor. Can you believe that? It must have been loud below that gymnasium. Wow. It looks like the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland. This pump organ, the company made over 500,000 of them in over 100 years in business. Wow. Made in Brattleboro, Vermont. I've been there. Unfortunately, Piper's Opera House is closed today. But it burned twice, was rebuilt. And even when it was burned down, they still produced Shakespeare and dances and bear fights and all that stuff. There's the staff. Classroom. Can you imagine 60 smelly kids in one classroom?
Well, I'm not saying I would have spent a lot of time here, but I suspect I would have known my way around the inside of this office.
Samuel Clemens came to Virginia City in 1862. In 1864, he left as Mark Twain. Here's a spot on that bike ride that I did with Ronan.
Yeah.
Where he came over. He must have come from Virginia City with his brother, and that was his first view of Lake Tahoe. Oh, what a bummer. We can't go upstairs, but this was is this the auditorium? Yeah, this is the auditorium. Wow. Oh, look at that. Look at those pocket doors, John. The old light switches. Susie Davis, who died in '57, operated this switchboard for nearly 45 years. Even though she was blind. She learned through touch and sound every signal on the board. Literally grew up in the telephone business. Her father was the first telephone agent in Virginia City. Since his death, a long family telephone career was ended. Wow. That is fascinating. That must be Susie. Somebody teaching her. 299 connections.
It was
The scuff marks from kids sliding down the banister.
And I can show you the principal's office.
Here is the principal's office.
This is the principal's office.
Wow. This is great. Look at that door, John. Look how tall it is.
I feel quite at home in here.
Wow.
Good use for it.
Yeah, maybe.
This is where we have our balconies. And
Oh my goodness.
then we have that's St. Mary's right there.
Oh my goodness.
We have the fireworks out here.
Wow.
Cheers.
Wow. Well, thank you for letting me go. Oh, there's a train. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Thank you. So the bottom floor is mostly like administrative offices. And then the top floor is, it was really nice of her to let us see the balcony and take us into the principal's office. But this is definitely a must-see if you're in Virginia City. Despite its wild reputation, Virginia City wasn't quite the nonstop gunfight some imagine.
Well, howdy folks, how y'all doing today?
During the height of the Comstock boom, it was surprisingly well organized. The sheer value of the silver coming out of the mines meant law and order mattered, and the city invested early in sheriffs, marshals, night watchmen, and even fire brigades.
Okay, I thought you said they're shooting blanks. Oh. Wait, oh, that was like... Now, I simply have to move from my gun, and all she does is pull the trigger. You got this, Julie? You got the clear advantage. Fingers on the trigger. I beat you. Very low. I
think there's been a writer's strike.
Low too, so listen. What did you do?
It's supposed to be kind of neat inside. Maybe on the way back. The Chollar mine began in 1859 when prospector Billy Chollar staked claim along what would become the legendary Comstock lode. What started as a simple discovery quickly grew into one of Virginia City's major producers, especially after the claim was purchased by the powerful Bank of California. Their investment transformed the operation into a technologically advanced mine for its era, using innovations like pneumatic drills and the groundbreaking square-set timbering system that made deep mining possible. In 1865, Chollar merged with the neighboring Potosi mine, and together they ultimately produced more than $17 million worth of gold and silver. Today's tour takes you through a preserved 400-foot section of the old workings, where original timbers, drills, and mineral-stained walls tell the story of the miners who carved out both wealth and history deep beneath the Virginia city.
Give me liberty or give me death. That's what this is going. Little slip.
I don't think I'd get that, but I guess another writer's strike.
If a man by the name of Philippe Diedesheimer, who was from Prussia, came up with this idea, having a 1-foot square timber and then notching out a square at each end of it. Therefore, when the miners would be in a mine, they would blow a facing wall. The carpenters came in with these timbers, put them all together where they interlock. Back in the day, they did not have to use nails at all. That little machine right there would consume 15 to 20 cords of wood a day to operate. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to ring this bell. Most people can't do this, but me, yes. There we go. Reminds you of the song, You Can Ring My Bell. Okay, so anyway, the bell would ring, and this is the chart that tells you what the bells mean. How do I know this rat isn't real? Okay, so the good thing about having rats in a mine, in 1862, mind you, there was a man who came from Cornwall, England, and he was a cousin Jack, and what do you think his name was?
Jack.
Yes, his name was Jack. Very good.
Boom, boom.
So, one thing, and if this is going online, I want everybody to hear this. And another reason why I could not be a teacher in the state of California is that when boys were growing up in the mining days, the most important thing in their life was to grow up and to be a man and to work with men. So, our friend Jack from Cornwall, England, he comes over here to work on the Comstock lode, and he's all feeling mighty proud of himself. He's only about 17 years old, and as he comes to work, he meets this old-timer. The old-timer tells him, now, Jack, this is what we're going to do. You hold this long drill bit, and then what I'm going to do is swing the sledgehammer behind you. Don't go moving the end of the drill bit around, because that is I'm going to miss it and hit you upside the head. So old Jack, he's mighty excited. He's holding this drill bit against the facing wall. The old timer starts swinging, and Jack realized that he did something before coming to work that day that he should have never done. What do you think he did?
Had beans?
That is exactly right.
No.
He ate a lot of beans and chili for breakfast. When Jack was squatting down in the perfect position, holding this drill bit, Jack did something that he did not want to do. What do you think Jack did?
Shorted.
Thank you very much. He farted. He did not rip one. He did not toot. He farted. And he farted loud. That old timer heard it. Then he smelt it. He reared back with that sledgehammer. Jack's shorts are filled with methane gas. He struck the end of this drill bit. It sparked. Jack had an explosion in his pants. He jumped up and yelled, "Eureka!" That is exactly. Now this has to go viral.
This sounds like Mark Twain wrote it.
That is. I am, and myself, I am also an author, and I go by the pen name, well, I will be going by the pen name Mark III. So, Jack had that explosion. That is exactly, and please don't sue me, Mick Jagger, that is exactly how the Rolling Stones came out with the hit single, Jumping Jack Flash.
It's a gas.
And then it's a little bit slippery. And it is pouring rain. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Super nice couple from San Diego brought us back because that's a long drive. A mile? Yeah, it's at least a mile. I would have drenched because John's knee was bothering him. But it was a weird tour. That was $30 per person. That's a bit steep. But the story at the end, that was pretty funny. I mean, funny because he was telling it. I don't know. It was just weird because he was directing me. Oh, we have a train ride in 45 minutes. And then back to Tahoe. Left there. And then right at the church. The Virginia and Truckee Railroad, often called the Queen of the Short Lines, was born in the 1860s to serve the booming mines of the Comstock Lode. Construction began in 1869, and the line quickly became the vital link between the mines of Virginia City, the mills of Gold Hill and Silver City, and the wider world beyond Reno and Carson City.
This is one of the areas that's tight clearance, so make sure the phone's not out too far. It's a long time. This particular tunnel here.
The 14-mile stretch between Virginia City and Gold Hill was the heart of the operation. Its steep grades and tight curves carried millions of dollars in silver ore downhill, while hauling lumber, machinery, and supplies back up to the bustling mining camps. At its peak, the V&T ran dozens of trains a day and became famous for its beautifully crafted locomotives and iconic yellow coaches.
Past our train coaches here. You see that black diesel locomotive sitting against our engine shed?
Yep.
Yeah, back in the early 90s it was used in the third movie of a little trilogy. Guess the trilogy? You know what those big rocks are called?
Or
Leverite.
leave her right there.
That's right. That is one of the bolder jokes that I tell.
I liked the train. The guy was fine. The guy was funny, and it was just the two of us. On to Fallen Leaf, where we have a reservation. And I got a new sweatshirt because I was freezing. And I'm going to add pockets to it when we get home. Blown away.